Getting in this car, I've had a bit of an incident. There, when I got in it and saw this and smelt it, it went in my throat, down my throat. It was horrible, and I was accidentally sick in the back of this car. If you look at the seat, look at it.
Oh my God! Wow, mate.
So in the last video of the Snoop Deville, you saw me prove the authenticity of this car, proving that it was once used by Snoop Dogg and commissioned for the 2007 MTV Music Awards in Berlin. Hence that crazy style flag, considering Snoop Dogg would not normally have a German flag on his car. In my previous video, the wonderful dynamic duo of Richard and Steve at the brand new spanking Otterbourne car detailing took my Ultima from an ugly duckling to the belle of the ball. Now it was time for these boys to get down and dirty on a much filthier project. My Snoop Deville. This caddy had been left out in a field for 4.5 years. The Ultima was bad, but this Snoop Deville caddy is far worse. Excuse me, just look at that interior. That was once white and now it is completely mouldy and absolutely minging. First things first, that big old yank tank would need a full treatment, so that meant getting it outside. That was easier said than done.
Does it move at all?
We didn't apply it that way, did we?
No. She sees on. There is a handbrake here. Like there's a foot.
I can't imagine that doing it all.
How did you guys get in here?
Pushed it.
Pushed in.
So they pushed in.
Yeah.
They pushed in, but
I think it's happy to be inside of the wall, isn't it, after all those years, I think?
yeah. After all,
What's going to give me the bounce?
I was in the park,
Ah.
that old pesky one, it was in the park.
Well, I don't know whether I'm pleased about that or not. I'm going to push my arse through this wall.
Can we wrap what we're doing? Run the MC.
That's
Go home.
Getting in this car, I've had a bit of an incident. There, when I got in it and saw this and smelt it, it went in my throat, down my throat. It was horrible, and I was accidentally sick in the back of this car. I'm not gonna lie to you, it was horrendous. The boy, I was trying to get this door open, as it doesn't open, and I was physically sick in the back of the car. So Sam, I do apologise.
That's something else for me to clean, isn't it?
If you look at the seat, look at it. Nasty, just nasty.
I'm going to burn everything I use.
We thought this was Snoop's signature. Don't know if you saw that, but we thought, well, Snoop, if you put it on here, it'd be quite good. But no, that's just, I think that's just fetus and mould and
Excrement.
could be anything like that.
It was decided that the first job of the day was the removal of those rear wheel spats. These hide the rear wheels and flow the body shape a lot better.
I think that might be rat droppings or something.
In a screw hole.
What? Well, I don't know what it is. What's that? I don't know.
Spider
That's
nest.
a massive spider nest.
That's probably.
American tarantulas.
Yeah. I quite like it without them on.
Rich got the rag top up because Steve wanted to get busy with the jet wash on that area. But before the top, Steve started on the wheels and the arches. The roof was sprayed with a special detergent for vinyl, and then Steve got busy with the jet washer again after the detergent had destabilised that roof grime. Steve's plan of attack was already paying dividends.
I think the wheels have shown up quite bloody well, don't you think?
Yeah, that's almost the best bit. I think probably they've come up well because I can imagine that they've been polished quite a few times in its life. The roof as well is 100 times better. You can see it's a little bit damaged.
Are you going to do those white seats with the same chemical that you did to the white roof?
I'd like to do it that way. Yeah, with the pressure washer, some chemical, but obviously the only thing is we're looking for the signature, and I don't want to blast the signature off. But as you can see, I think it'll be the best for hygiene reasons. I think if I let the pressure washer do the work rather than my hands, it might be better. Yeah, so I think when we get them out, give them a good scrub. Maybe if I stand quite a long way back with the pressure washer, so we don't put a hole in it, I think that's probably the best and easiest way to do it, I think.
Next up, Steve blasted the mould and the algae on the brightwork. It came right off without too much of a fight. The Snoop Deville was definitely coming along.
I think now it's time to clean all the chrome up with some wheel cleaner, because it is a chrome cleaner as well as doing alloys, and then bath it.
So next, Steve coated all the chrome brightwork with the alloy cleaner provided by my pals at Auto Finesse. As you hopefully saw in the previous episode, Auto Finesse gave me the most amazing box of car cleaning goodies, and it also helped with my Ultima and now this project. Absolutely fantastic. Thanks guys.
And as you can see, it's starting to go purple, and that's just a reaction because it's just reacting to all the dirt and all the rust and stuff.
Is that quite a common thing?
What, for it to go purple? Yeah. Yeah, you can see it when you clean the wheels with it. If you do the paintwork, any contaminates, when it reacts to it, it just bleeds. It's almost like it's bleeding out. Got to jet it off quick before it dries, and it will stain the chrome and it will be horrible. Let's go.
American classics have copious amounts of shiny chrome. I think you'll love just how all that silver stuff came out. Be patient people, it is definitely worth the wait.
Oh no! Marvellous. Onto the back.
Right, look. How purple is that?
Very purple. Yeah, it's definitely reacting, yeah. Yeah, the chrome's going to come up all right.
Then it was time to get all soapy.
I'm giving it a very luxurious bath, with a very luscious mitt.
Steve took his relationship with the Snoop Deville to more intimate heights with his mitt as he bathed this Yankee classic in glorious soapy water. Then, as you will have learned by now, any process our master detailer applies to the vehicle is usually followed by a good jet washing. I assume the Gambler was a nickname given to this old beauty by its previous owner. I'm glad Steve popped the license plate back in its place. Haha. He was now wiping down the bodywork with a leather chamois, a process he didn't employ with the fiberglass Ultima. As explained in the previous episode, Steve adapts his game plan depending on steel or fiberglass bodies. Then it was time to wheel the caddy back inside, out of the cold. My dynamic duo needed to get the passenger door open because they needed to get the seats and the carpet out to clean everything properly. Rich and Steve needed to call in the cavalry in the shape of master mechanic Josh Wigley.
Something's either come apart in the mech, which is going to give us a real problem, or it's stuck. So I'm going to hope that it's stuck. Only one way to find out, and that's a bit brutal. You're going to hold the handle out. Yeah. push the button on the handle. No.
Yeah, we'll do it 2 seconds as long as I get this bounced up. Right, so you want me to push the button, yeah?
Yeah, but then beware because I'm about to kick the door. And it might swing open, but it probably won't. 1 kick.
You guys are just not strong enough.
I just sat in it. Your turn, come on.
Look at your hands different.
So back in the late 60s, the Cadillac Coupe de Ville was the height of luxury. It had so many options that not a lot of other cars did, including that massive bench seat across the front, which was completely leather and absolutely gorgeous and fully electric. But that takes me to a little bit of a sponsor link right here. So guys, you remember Friends back in the day where the two lads used to have those little fights where they used to flick out their armchairs? Well, things have moved along quite a bit. What we have here is a Valencia home cinema chair, and these chairs are next level. And when I say next level, they are just wow. This absolutely stunning Valencia home cinema seat not only is finished in the most high quality Napa leather, it has so many optional extras which I didn't even know it had. When this turned up, as you can see right now on the video, all I needed to do was attach this part here, which slides in. No screws, no bolts, nothing at all. And also in the link below in the description, you'll see how you can possibly get a discount or a link. You've got these 2 cubby holes either side to hold your big bags of crisps or whatever you want. You've got these 2 cup holders so you can twin wield your beers or your beverages. These parts here will allow you to attach a attachment so you can have a desk on there and much other items which I'm going to show on the screen. But down here is where it gets really, really interesting. This switch panel here not only allows you to plug your phone in, so while you're sat here watching your telly or doing your editing, you can plug your laptop in, you can plug your phone in, and you can edit with your desk that goes on here. But these buttons here actually allow the chair to move not only the back, the middle, and the bottom, but it completely goes from an upright chair to a full-on lounger. But not only that, you've got lumbar support, so this part here in the back, as you can see, bulging out and going in, gives you your back support. There you go, look at that. You get proper lumbar support in the back, so that's really good for your orthopedics. And then down the back here, you have the memory button. So what the memory button allows you to do is get into your favorite position, right, like I'm gonna do, and press your button. When you're in your position which you're happy with, you set it, and every time for now, for the rest of your life, you can sit in your chair, you don't have to set it up over again. Guys, if you want a chair, if you want something you're going to be comfortable with at home or editing or whatever you want to do, I wouldn't use anything other than a Valencia home cinema seating chair. They're absolutely amazing. The link is in the bio below. They're absolutely amazing. I trusted them. Now it's your turn. Let's get back to the Snoop Deville.
That's because that, YouTube viewers, that's the hands of a working man. That's why I don't get paid to detail and clean cars. I get paid to make them dirty and make them apart.
Yeah, you do that, mate. What's the plan now?
Leave it open for a minute. Don't shut it.
Leave it open.
It's basically the mech's all stuck, all just sticky. So the
Will it work now?
reason it wasn't opening. Yeah, I should
press
think,
it, will
I
it-
think so. What I need to do is take it out and grease it. You got a screwdriver? That's the only thing I bought. The only thing I needed. Push button. See, it sticks.
Well, it did move and then it's stuck, yeah.
It's sticking. So if you leave it like that, you've got to push the door to it and it'll just butt up.
Yeah, we should do that.
And then when it comes time to transport it, we can sponge the doors, tie the doors between each other, and then when I've got it back, I'll strip this door and take that mech out and free it up. Right, done. You're welcome. It's just a spider. It's right
American
there.
spiders.
It's right crawling up your. There.
Oh my god, it actually was the one that scared me.
It was actually crawling right up your. Look at that.
Told you.
Right up your shirt. Shall we dispose of him?
Yeah, nice.
In a very kind manner. Oh, then spider experts on YouTube. What is he? Because that looks very angry. Off you go.
Yeah, so at the minute I'm just picking out bits of detritus out of the car before I hoover it. What is that? That's a makeshift seat belt. It's pleasant. 20p. Do you want it?
Not only did Josh get the stuck door open, off camera Josh recommended that the front seats weren't taken out of the car. Steve will now explain.
The bolts will probably snap. Because if you look, I don't know if you can see where that carpet is in there. If you look at the bolts, it's just like a big load of rusty dust. So they will probably snap if you try and undo that. Huh? I think rats have made a nest. No, I think that's out at the bottom of that seat.
Do you want to call your mummy?
Yeah, I need a cuddle. I wonder what we got in the glove box. It's got an old Alpine in it, look. Is that an Alpine? Is it? What we got here? It's off the throttle, isn't it? Loads of remote controls. Old school. Well, there we go.
That's like finding treasure.
Isn't it? I don't think they work.
Of course, Steve unearthing this old stereo meant that Rich was going to follow up and try and get it working. First, Rich fired it up and tried to get the stereo to play music from the cameraman's phone.
We want this seat.
Fail. Then he tried his phone. Fail. But there was a victory of sorts for these Otterbourne boys. After finding the aerial mast, the guys were able to play a national radio station on that old radio system. We can't show you much of that because there's commercial music over everything I just mentioned. But I think as a trained auto electrician, I might be able to have a go at this little issue myself. I bet you I can get this system to play from a plugged in source. Watch this space, people. After the fellas managed to get the radio to work, Steve got onto the rear bench seat, cleaning only the right side to highlight how much grime had been blown away. Wow, just look at that. Oh, by the way, the fellas had checked out every inch of that white vinyl, but there was no sign of Snoop Dogg's autograph anywhere. So, because of those rusty bolts we've mentioned earlier, the boys had decided the front bench shouldn't be removed. But they also decided they could blast it in situ because of any excess water would flow out of those rusty holes into the floor pan. That meant the caddy would go outside yet again. You don't see that much water in a caddy every day, you know. Haha. Just look at the difference as the boys attack the front bench with those auto finesse cleaning products, and that's all powerful jet wash. Awesome power. With light fading fast, as it was now late afternoon, it was now the turn of the upper rear bench to get blasted. All that mildew and mould just blown away. Absolutely incredible. And then this increasingly cool Cadillac was pushed back into another position where the Otterbourne lads could get to it best, for the fourth and final time.
You've got to be fairly happy with how that went.
Tremendous, yeah. It was an easier way of doing it. Yeah, it was, yeah. We literally just sprayed a load of detergent on the seats, gave them a good scrub, stood back from quite a distance and just used the pressure washer on a low pressure just to blast it all off. because obviously that's got 4 or 5, how many years? 4 or 5 years of mould and dirt and all sorts of horrible stuff. So yeah, it looks a lot better. Look at that. Obviously, it's never going to be brand new. That's not dirt, that's where it's fallen away.
And then obviously there's some water on the floor pan, but the floor pan's already got holes in it anyway.
Yeah, there's a goldfish down there.
You go fishing down there now. Oh yeah. Look at that. That's like Lake Michigan. Oh.
Right, I'm going to hoover all the water out and all the loose bits.
And that's how the first day finished. Steve did that while Rich went the extra mile with the steam cleaner on the white vinyl seats, getting them even whiter. I reckon 75% of the work had already been done, but of course I didn't know any of this because I've been away gallivanting.
Mate, what a day.
Yeah, it's certainly been a busy day, quite productive. We've been on this all day, me and Rich today. As you can see, the outside's looking a bit shinier. I think tomorrow we're going to spend another day mainly doing the exterior, doing all the bling bits, making them look really, really shiny. As you can see, we've attacked all the seats, all the interiors, looking night and day difference. Yeah, so we're quite excited about Sam's reaction when he comes to see it. Another day tomorrow on it, and I think it'll look a different car. So yeah, it's been a good day.
8 hours later.
Oh my God. Wow.
What do you reckon?
You are going to have to start insuring yourself, mate, because it's really hard to breathe when you come in here. I'm going to kill this for a second. Mate. The paint shines.
I know. I mean, Steve has spent like a lot of time on.
Hello, mate. Don't you worry, mate. I think you've got the utmost right to be late. Let's steal that camera off you a sec. Just look at this, guys. From the dilapidated condition it was in, from the mould, the mildew, these wheels weren't red, black and yellow before, they were green. You can see there is some body work to be done underneath the paint, but considering this car was sat in an absolute field, look at the roof! My God!
This was black, wasn't it, when you...
Yeah, this was absolutely black and mouldy. And the roof, oh my God.
There were spiders in it, wasn't there, Steve?
I did see that there was one big spider that Josh had to remove. But
all the way from America.
wow. It actually looks like a car again. Like it seems to have been revitalised and sort of come back to life, because it was at the point where you didn't realise if it was usable again. Do you know what I mean?
Well, essentially, I was physically sick in the back.
Yeah, I saw. Oh my God. Guys, look at them seats. Wow. Look at that. And the floors are like, look black instead of mouldy. And there's no grass growing in it anymore. And I don't mean the Snoop Dogg kind of grass. Wow. My God, look at this. I can't believe how clean the seats have come up.
Shall I do the roof?
Yeah, let's open the roof. So considering this car is quite old, there's some stuff we're going to be able to repair, like these pieces of trim on the roof. But watch that roof. Considering this is 1968, the guys at GM really knew what they were doing. Look at that. Folded all the way back just to reveal the hard work that these guys have done. I mean, before, I showed you guys a Snoop Dogg set up here while the vehicle was going into the MTV Music Awards. And I did say that I don't think anyone in their right mind would be happy to sit in here because they would throw up. But the car has been revitalised, the interior it's actually immaculate. Like, look at the condition of the glass. Like, these windows, I don't understand why any idiot out there, whoever stored these cars, you absolute numpty, whoever you are, like not the actual guy that stored them, but the person that first put the cars in the field, like why didn't you put the windows up? Like it's ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. Don't come beat me up. You're a nice person probably. And wow, look at this.
So yeah, so we think that's where the signature is.
Right, so we think Snoop Dogg's signature's on there.
Because this has been graffitied.
Right.
So there's a graffiti artist that's been all over that one, and we think the signature's in here.
Oh wow, this is the trim that was missing.
Yeah, so we got one. We've managed to put that one on. It's not very secure, but we do.
So I was concerned, guys, when I first opened up, I was like, why does the roof not shut? Where are the clasps? Where are the clips? I was thinking they're slightly loose, but we should, with some jiggery and some pokery, be able to refit these properly, and then they give us our mounts for the roof to shut on, which is absolutely fantastic. Look at that. It is all coming together, Mr. Richard and Steve, smashing out the park.
Do you want to see the glove box?
See,
you can
I couldn't open the glove box. Oh, look at that. How old is that? That has got to be 2000s or early 90s, isn't it? Look at that.
Hang on. See if we can get it.
So we've got radio.
See if we can get that. There you
Oh,
go.
look at that.
Because you've got an aerial now.
You've got the aerial now. What is that down there? Two little lights. Because it's been sat in the field.
Yeah, all clean, all done.
Look at
The
that.
amps are all on now.
So amps are on. And how do we hear
This is
the
all
beats?
on, that's all on.
Do we just turn
Well, we can play it. It might play, it might not.
We don't want to wake up the neighbours.
Hang on.
Do we have to turn anything on in here?
This one here, it's got a...
It's all quiet.
Nah, it might... It's one speaker in there. It might not work for the minute.
That's all right. Isn't there a switch? What about that big switch? Is there nothing that sort of turns it all on? That's the blowers. That comes on.
Maybe that's not turned. Maybe that's not on.
That's got to be on, I think.
Is that on?
There you go, that's on now.
Don't know. We did have it playing. It does work though, Sam.
So there we go, you can see in this video I'm about to show you the subs working, so that's amazing. We can get the stereo absolutely pounding. It's just amazing to bring this car back to life. It's just rejuvenating. It is just recycling. It's not about throwing these cars or even your home project at home. I said to you on the previous video of the Ultima that these guys don't just clean your car. They re-put the value back in your vehicle. They bring your vehicle back to life. Like, there is no end to what the guys at Otterbourne Detailing can do. And I'm gonna roll over a very sexy montage now, just showing the condition of the car, going round the start to the end. I mean, my heart is pounding. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'm struggling to breathe, to be honest, because when I bought this car, I loved the history, or even the fact that there might be a history. The fact it turned out to be real was absolutely astounding. We have reached out to Snoop Dogg and his PR company, which we're waiting to hear back on, because we'd love to roll this car down the streets of LA in 2024. That is the aim, is to get this car into Los Angeles and see if we can get Snoop Dogg sat back in the car listening to some music. So guys, on the next episode we're going to get this bad boy running and driving and see if we can get the suspension working. Let's get it back to the Wiggly farm and get it loaded up. Quick reminder, hit that subscribe button, the like button and then the bell button so you get alerts when we release new episodes, and follow us on social media too for extra stuff and more alerts about videos we're releasing, which at the moment is every Sunday and the odd Wednesday too. Bye for now.